Before dawn on the 25th of April 1915, the first soldiers of the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps landed on the shores of Gallipoli Peninsula.
The men were a part of a British and French-led invasion.
The Allies' mission was to destroy the Turkish guns that were preventing the naval ships from reaching and bombarding the Turkish capital, Constantinople.
If they succeed, Turkey being forced out of the war and Germany would lose an important ally. Some 2,000 Australians were killed or wounded on the 25th of April.
It was a day of confusion and fear. One soldier called it a day of sorrow, as he remembered the dead and the wrecked. At Anzac Cove, the Australians were first to land. The New Zealanders followed later in the day.
They advanced about a mile in some places, less in others, but they could go no further.
For the next 8 months, the campaign was a stalemate.
In December, the Anzacs were evacuated.
By then, about 8,700 Australians and almost 2,700 New Zealanders had been killed.
There were some of at least 130,000 soldiers on both sides who lost their lives at Gallipoli.
Anzac Day has been one of the most important dates in Australian calendar since 1916.
At first, it gave people a chance to honour the original Anzacs, the Australians and the New Zealanders who fought on Gallipoli.
Then it became a day for those who had served in the First World War.
With Australians experiencing the Second World War and wars, conflicts and peacekeeping operations that have followed.
Anzac Day has become an occasion to honour all who have worn our country's uniform in service.
Today we reflect on that service. We recognise that more than 100,000 Australian servicemen and women who have lost their lives in military operation carried out in our country's name.
We honour the values that have been vested in the original Anzacs.
Loyalty,
Selflessness,
Courage,
And the way in which later generations have measured their own achievements against those of the soldiers who fought on Gallipoli.
We will remember them, lest we forget.